Hello everybody, this is Captain Jerwa bringing you some post-narrated Pokemon Showdown today. But before we get into that, I'd just like to first off say just a huge thank you to everyone who watched my last video and everyone who commented on it. It was just great that I had been gone for so long, and the video that I uploaded when I go back just gets such a warm reception, so many positive comments, and yeah, so great to see that made me feel very good about doing YouTube's. And also off of that, I reached 200 subscribers. So two huge positive things off of that. So definitely I'm just blown away. I just love all of you guys for that. And yeah. Anyway, though, that's enough of my rambling and gushing. And yeah, let's just get right into this Pokemon Showdown battle. This is an OU match I had. X and Y OU. I finally have gotten around to playing it. Gotta say, there are some more annoying stuff in this tier, but you know, it's pretty much the only X and Y tier that's playable at the moment because there's like Kieran Black and Yu Yu at the moment. So anyway, just lead off with my Rotom against this T-Tar. Just burn him as he fails the Thunder Wave because I'm electric type. Just wear him down with some Hydro Pumps because, you know, Rotom is the best lead in the game, and that's why, because you can just either Volt Switch, Status, or just hit something with the nice Hydro Pump. So goes into his Togekiss, eats a Hydro Pump, and just goes into his Rotom as I Volt Switch out. And at this point, since I haven't played Pokemon in such a while, I was thinking that Togekiss was normal and flying, but of course it is now flying and fairy, which is kind of annoying, so that'll come into play later. But I just go into Hydreigon on his Rotom, because it's kind of a Rotom check. I just wanted to get off a Draco Meteor, just because I need to wear down that Rotom, because Rotom is super annoying. But now he goes into his Conkeldurr since I'm at -2, and I bring him my Charizard, thinking he might go for a Bulk Up, and if he did go for a Bulk Up, I could just Mega Evolve and just nuke him with a Fire Blast. But he goes for Ice Punch and then finishes me off with a Mach Punch, so that's not very good. This Conkeldurr is actually really threatening now. So I just bring in my Skarmory just to try to take him out with a Brave Bird, and thinking I could take a hit. But since the sun is up, and since he has the random Fire Punch, I am just going to get destroyed here. But for some reason on the next turn, he does go for a Mach Punch. It doesn't really matter, though, because I could have just brought in my Xatu and finished him off, but still is kind of weird. But anyway, it's just good that I got that Conkeldurr out of the way. But he is ahead of me in Pokemon now, but I guess not anymore now that I killed his T-Tar with my Rotom, so he's still ahead of me in Pokemon. But he does still have a lot more threats left, and I just have like a Xatu, so... Yeah, he brings in his Excadrill, sets up a Swords Dance, and he is a Focus Sash Excadrill, which is very interesting. And I definitely don't want to just stay in and let my Rotom die. So I'm just going to go into my Xatu, sacrifice it. Xatu I thought was the least useful thing on my team since he already set up his Stealth Rocks and he doesn't have any Prankster stuff. So thought Xatu was the least useful, but I bring in Bisharp just so I can scare him off with a Sucker Punch. I just decided to go straight for it just because you can't mess around with those threats. If I went for like Swords Dance and he killed me, I would have lost the game. So there's that. But he brings in his Aegislash, which is kind of weird that he brought this in on a Bisharp because these two Pokemon are kind of similar in the way that they're slow setup sweepers with priority. But my priority can kill him, and he has to use his Iron Head to kill me. So I have the advantage in this situation, especially since I got off a substitute. So I got up to +4. And now I can kind of just spam Sucker Punch, because I know that my Sucker Punch will go before his Shadow Sneak, and it will kill him, since I'm at +4. Now he goes into Rotom, though. I was expecting like a Will-O-Wisp, so I just go for Brick Break, but he just goes for Pain Split, so I guess he doesn't have it, which is very good, because that Rotom's dead now. And he brings in Togekiss. I'm like, alright, well I can just spam Sucker Punch. I know the Thunder Wave's probably coming. I thought he might have like Flamethrower or something, so I just go for Sucker Punch. I'm like, alright, well now I'm paralyzed. I can still just spam Sucker Punch. I don't know what's going on here. But yeah, it turns out that he is Fairy type, and so both Brick Break and Sucker Punch are not very effective on him. So this is not very good, because, yeah, now my Bisharp's sweep is essentially stopped, and he still does have an Aegislash left. But I go for Sucker Punch just trying to get off damage, and that actually gets off a huge chunk of damage, even though it is resisted. So I'm like, alright, well, he's probably going to Roost just because he wants health, because he's greedy. So I can go for a Swords Dance, get up to +6, and then on the next turn, hit him with the Sucker Punch and get off even more damage. So yeah, that was really good that I was able to get those mind games correctly there. When you play with Bisharp, there's always a huge amount of mind games. So I out-mind gamed his Aegislash, out-mind gamed his Rotom, out-mind gamed his Togekiss, and they both just got popped by my Bisharp, essentially, although the Aegislash is still alive. But yeah, I was just able to bring in my Hydreigon, spam some Fire Blast since he had nothing to take them, and now brings an Aegislash, but I decided I might as well just switch out my Hydreigon just so I can go for Dark Pulse when I bring it back in. And this is a Bold Rotom, so I can deal with this Aegislash because it can just burn it through the King's Shield, do all that stuff, and just win with swag. And Resto Chesto right up to full, go from 1% to 100%, and just, yeah, just beat that Aegislash. So that is that OU game. But since I was so happy with all the reception on the last video, we are going to make this video a doubleheader. So I'm also going to be bringing you guys a black and white to RU match, because, you know, that's the deal I like. And against this guy who has an awesome avatar. I mean, just look at that. It's a victory belt eating a guy. I mean, what's more classic than that? So we both lead off with Golurk. He match codes my Stealth Rocks, but I just keep trying to spam Stealth Rocks, but he goes for Shadow Ball, and he said oops, so that must have just been a mistake, and he meant to put Shadow Punch on. But now I go into Tangrowth, because Tangrowth just eats Golurks for breakfast, and I can just get off a insanely powerful Specs Leaf Storm here. Just destroy anything's health bar on his team. So yeah, just destroy that Golurk. Now he brings in Drifblim though. He's definitely going to be wanting to do some Flying Gem, Acrobatics, Will-O-Wisp substituting stuff here. But I have a Magneton, so it doesn't really matter because I 4 times resist flying. So I can just spam Thunderbolt. I don't know why he didn't just go into Rotom Fan. Or, never mind, yeah, he just wanted to Destiny Mod me here, kill off my Magneton. I would have just gone into Rotom, though, to save his Drifblim, just because Rotom Mo can take, like, anything Magneton can dish for days and days and days, so yeah. I go into my Banded Druddigon, though, on this Rotom Mo. Unfortunately, he gets a crit. I just brought in my Druddigon because I knew nothing he had could OHKO it, and I can OHKO everything that he has, so yeah. Anyway, he does crit me with a Leaf Storm, which means that he can bring in his Scarfed Moxie Pinsir here and kill me with an X-Scissor, which is actually really bad. I do have a Golurk to take this X-Scissor, but my best move to hit him with is Shadow Punch, and yeah. So I do decide to go for Dynamic Punch, though, because I thought it would be better just to try to get a Confusion chance and kill him with Tauros than to try to just damage him slightly with Shadow Punch and die to 2 X-Scissors, but he just ends up switching out, just fearing the Stone Edge. But now I just bring in my Slow King on his Entei here, and Entei, as we all know, if you played RU, can just... Slow King just destroys all Enteis unless they're banded and you're not defensive. So, yeah, just eat a couple Flare Blitz, eat a Toxic. Toxic doesn't really matter, though, just because all I need the Slow King for is killing the Entei, because he has Pinsir and Sceptile left. So, yeah, now he brings in the Pinsir again. This thing is actually his biggest threat, but he decides not to go for the X-Scissor and goes for the Earthquake instead. I would have gone for the X-Scissor anyway, even though I have a Golurk. Maybe he was expecting me to go right into Golurk, but I really have no reason to do that since I have like 1 or 2 more Pokemon than him at that point. So could just bring in my Tango, take the Earthquake, and take him out. But now he brings in a Sceptile. This is his last Pokemon. If this was special, this could have potentially swept my team, actually. But he is Flying Gem, Swords Dance, Acrobatics, and I just adjusted my volume, just ignore that. So yeah, if he was special, though, he did have a chance of just sweeping through my team, because he could have killed my Tangrowth with a Hidden Power, killed my Golurk, and maybe even killed my Tauros with a Focus Blast. But he was physical, so I can just bring in my Tauros and just kill him. So, yeah, that was those battles. Hope you guys enjoyed this double header. Again, thank you all for your comments, and I will see you all next time. Peace.